Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Force Unleashed 2. It's been a while, so I'm not really sure where we are in the game. Since this really did turn into a major disappointment after basically the casino level, taking a break and forgetting about what's going on might be a very good move. I suppose I'm looking for more of these wisdom gems to get extra force points when I kill enemies. Therefore, I could potentially have enough points to unlock everything before the end of the game, but I don't even really know if I believe that's the case. Could be because I'm playing on easy. I'm not getting as many points as I would if I was playing on medium or hard. It could also, however, be that the game is just not polished or balanced as far as points. I think I might very well be in a boss fight right now. No boss fight. We're just going through this door. Back where we came. Which I already came through this direction and broke these windows, so you have to assume that they're just reusing the layout, but we're actually on a different floor, which kind of makes sense. Theoretically, breaking all of these elements are now giving me less points than before, for whatever that really is worth. The one issue here with the idea of this being on easy, and because this is on easy, that I should have played it on a more difficult setting, is when we run into the big battle droids, when we run into the golden clone troopers. Man, it's interesting. When I turn this way, there's very consistent screen tearing, which is staying relatively in the same position too, which I don't know how that would interpret or translate it into a diagnosis, but usually when you see screen tearing, it is because there's a considerable frame pacing issue that's consistent. And there we go. Can still dash, get some more experience points. This is an empty room, but not a completely empty room. They could have been worse. There was a point in the first game I recall where we were in this big hangar bay and we had to do all these kind of jump maneuvers to try and get to a collectible. And a lot of platforming in that section. Haven't seen anything like that lately.
To proxy. The guns are online and we're still flying.
Not pessimism, General. Pragmatism. I'm sorry if my predictions upset you, but...
Yeah, alright. Let's stay on target here.
It's kind of funny how they're using a phrase from the movies as if it was just a saying that happened in the Star Wars universe always.
Don't let them near the main
cannon! This feels like an attempt to have a giant space battle without actually having a giant space battle. So here's the guys, these gold people that, like, the thing I couldn't figure out how to do is you have to get these combos going, but if you're not careful, and then you have to use the right trigger to do things also. Are these scars on the wall going to heal? Interesting. It takes them quite a while to. That's kind of nice. And I guess I'm supposed to be charging up... either charging up this gun so it can fire. So it is actually firing. That would have been a cool mechanic. The gun is like... And the game specifically wants me to hit Y. But it's not hitting anything. Well, maybe I hit something over there. I'm just holding Y right now. It's pretty inconsistent. And here there's just a Y prompt. That... So that was interesting idea, interesting concept. I heavily suspect though we won't ever see it used again, which is a shame, because we could have a big boss fight. And see, now this says hold right trigger to pull this off first, and now I haven't quite remembered all of the button moves and all the combos. So I might struggle a little bit. I suppose in a real way that's just proof that let's see, how do we left trigger and B for that one? Meanwhile, we'll break things. And then see if we can get a combo going. See, when that works, that is really cool. However, it's not consistent at all. And I don't know what I'm doing other than really just button mashing. And then we're doing this QuickTime event that gets repeated way too often. Like, they kind of only needed that the first time, and they shouldn't have shown that QuickTime event until maybe the next fifth time you've done something. Well, this gun is oddly... Looks like I should be able to lift it up with the left trigger, but it's not really letting me do that. Let's see. When I do this, I can move this, but there would be no reason whatsoever to move that. But this, like, it's highlighting. I'm holding the left trigger and nothing's happening. And I would need a fuse in there anyways, and there's no fuse here. So it just feels like a remnant of a game unfinished. Unless there was something about the way this fell and it is stuck in the ground. I think this was going to be something, and it just isn't. Let's see, there's nothing collectible here. And we'll just move on. And they just want me to hit this. Feel like we would have gotten some kind of reaction if that's what I was supposed to do. So let's put that over here. Dash. There's like no doorway over here to open. There's just this. So maybe what they're trying to get me to do, and this is confusing, really confusing, because I guess that's telling me, but could have used a line of dialogue, could really have used a line of dialogue to say, I need to blast this door open. Apparently I can just jump up to this part. Let's look back here just to make sure there's a no collectibles.
Attention all stations. Imperials are boarding on all decks. Locking down all vital areas.
The ship was easily overtaken. Like, I don't know how. I guess that's pretty systematically the case, though, is that that in the Star Wars universe there's not enough people on the rebel ships to defend the rebel ships properly, and the same is true for the Empire ships. It's kind of the opposite of what you'd expect from a submarine, where people would be crammed in there and there'd be very little space. Instead, every ship is seemingly built with plenty of space. I don't know if there's a canonical reason you could give for that. I know in the Star Trek TV series there was a lot of explanation for at least the Next Generation Enterprise for being built really big so it could take on lots of refugees and take on ambassadors and transport people and do all kinds of things. So that ship, at least I know, was intentionally built to be larger than its crew complement. However, when you try to apply that same logic to Star Wars vehicles, I don't think there are instances in which you would. Wow. And just killing that guy just moves the story to the next cutscene. Yeah, I don't think people would come and save refugees in the Star Wars universe.
Get in the water without it. See what you can do.
Do I look like an engineer, General?
You're gonna look like orbital debris if you don't get that gun back online. Just get up there and do what you can. I don't care if you have to fire that thing by hand.
So we're doing quick time events, and it's telling me to hold B this time. And it's never told me to hold before, at least as far as I know. This would have been such a cool action. I'm not seeing any other, like, things. So maybe I'm supposed to let go of B? I guess I was. No prompt. So, while it was very annoying to fight the Star Destroyer, which is what I think that ship was a class of, like in the first game, because there was a lot of just poorly programmed element. Hey, look, you can walk right up into the shield. In the first game, you do this really cool move designed to designed around the concept of pulling down a Star Destroyer, and that's where Starkiller gets his nickname from. Here, again, I guess I'm re-earning that nickname by being a Starkiller or defeating another Star Destroyer. It's not really the best nickname ever, because it's not like Starkiller really did kill a star. Alright, we've got to get this cube to want to cooperate. And find a way to find a ledge that I can stand on. And hopefully I don't have to find another one of these. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there really are anymore. And there's nothing here, right? And it doesn't seem like there's anything up there. And it doesn't seem like there's anything over here. At least we did get to use one of these cannons. Right. And picking what you're going to lock on to is not working greatly. It seems to really like to not want to give me that ledge. Saber crystal found. So let's quickly just make sure it's not something, not the wisdom one. It's probably the meditation one or the healing one. Which, sure, these lightsabers would work. And I don't think I've changed outfits, but it feels like I've changed outfits. Back to rushing. Look, if I do a very powerful burst, it doesn't actually do any better than just doing this. It actually is worse. Like, every single one of these panels needs to be knocked off if you want those points. It's nice the game is hiding the loading screens and sections that by modern games standards shouldn't exist at all, but it's nice that they hid it behind that elevator ride. It would just be better if they had a better camera. Let's see. And more destructible environment would be nice. I feel like I might be able to afford one upgrade, and that's it. Oh, and by jumping on this moving platform, did I... there. Apparently I can infinitely use my explosive burst to kill these guys, while meanwhile I'm also supposed to be avoiding getting hit, I think. This feels like the tram section we did before, except for this time there's no annoying need to actually try and keep the tram from breaking. Although I do feel like I missed a collectible. Fire effects don't look great. Yeah. So on the other side, I would heavily suspect there was a collectible somewhere down there. Maybe not. And even when I try to hit things, it doesn't quite work. Still seeing a lot of repeated assets, and then a lot of jumping the cutscenes.
No! We won't get another chance to take this target. Keep pressing the attack. Planetary shield is preventing any kind of ground assault. We can't hold out much longer.
And the ship is falling apart. We've already lost Decks 8 through 12. Head to the Rogue Shadow. I'm pretty sure those shields can't survive a direct hit from a cruiser.
Abandoned ship! Abandoned ship!
He should have said that about 20 minutes ago.
Think of. You just be ready to clean up after me.
What's funny is the face scan of this actor. He actually doesn't fit well in the Star Wars universe because he's got too much of a buzz cut. He's not flashy and interesting like all the other hairstyles you see in Star Wars. Alright. So am I quick time eventing things? I guess I am. X. This is another thing that would have been better to just be a cutscene. Now B. Or, you know, this would be a fine interactive cutscene where you could just hit any button you want and do whatever you want, and it would still succeed, and you'd feel like you were doing something cool. Like I'll tap Y right now, and I'm not supposed to. Nothing's happening. This is not as interesting as pulling down a Starkiller ship. And now I'm tapping A to... Man, it's getting harder, I believe. And breaking the screen, which is making it harder to see. I don't know if I succeeded or if this is just a very long death sequence. Like, I can't see anything and I can't move, so I'm gonna burn to death. And if they destroy the cloning facility, that's no more clone troopers, theoretically. Hold down B this time. And just jump now and fly. And I'm flying backwards, which is a very awkward thing to do. And I really only have a left-right control, a little bit up and a little bit down. I can lightning bolt, I can throw my lightsabers, but I'm about to head to a giant explosion. I don't know what my goal should be here. Force is not gonna save me from this, or it shouldn't. Like, I have no parachute, I have no reverse thrusters. I'm coming down almost certainly at terminal velocity. So you're just gonna grab onto one of those things, and that would have sliced you in half, almost certainly. And I'm assuming this is just a cutscene now. Like, this is ridiculous because it really just introduces the concept that Jedi can fly.
This is bigger than you and Juno, boy. We're fighting a war.
This is your war, General. I'm only here for one reason.
Force power upgrade available. That gun managed to do some major damage to his own guy. There's a lot of garbage, making it difficult to... Let's see. I don't know how we can do this. And that's the third cutscene from the previous game, I believe. Heck, if we can purchase an upgrade while we're here, let's increase our saber ability. In a weird way, this is really just, you found green gem, health increase. This is like the skull section before, just collectibles everywhere. Am I really supposed to not go this way? Like, okay. That's slightly interesting. I should be able to work my way around this, but there's an invisible wall. Let's just look around. More combo moves, I suppose. And I've forgotten like every move. I'm trying to throw my lightsaber and it's not working. I think that guy's dead now. And it's rather confusing to have rubble, some of which is important and necessary for you to use to get to different positions, and some of it not mattering at all. Jump, jump, jump up here, and get it hit. Well, at least I know that I would need to go to the third platform and not the second platform. I probably need to do something to... Yeah, there's things to break, I suppose. Here we go. Now when I kill these people, maybe this will stop that gun from working. Oh. Oops. So more enemies are coming, and I now have to run back the other direction. Like one lightning bolt takes out all those people. Let's see. And double jump and dash back this direction, just so I can get close enough to, through this wall, destroy this. To be fair, because I've taken a big break, there's not that frustration that I had before, where I had played everything up until the last recording in one run. So I would slightly recommend playing the game in short segments. That, however, doesn't fix all the problems, because if you play that way, then you also run into the issue of not really remembering the unintuitive controls that this game has. Let's see, they want me to go here. Was this here all the time? And after that big impressive action of moving an entire spacecraft, that stops being very interesting to just move a doorway. Well, it's been another 30 minutes. Let's double check. Like, no new outfit. And we did find one lightsaber. Feels like we might fill in all the lightsabers except for the last two, and the last two might require something else. I do want to mention, when I left this game last recording and stopped playing, I left it paused on the screen. I have an Xbox One controller plugged in that reports itself to be an Xbox 360 controller, same button layout, so what's the big difference? And it has vibration on it. So about 10 minutes after stopping playing the game and just having the Xbox One controller sitting on a side table, I hear this odd noise. Sounds like a computer hard drive thinking. And it's coming from a very odd direction where there are no computers or anything. And so I have to look at it and figure out what's making this noise. Turns out it's the controller vibrating, just at random instances on the pause screen. I have no idea why it was doing that. I can tell you right now, the controller doesn't vibrate on the pause screen, but it just decided to start doing that. And it certainly wasn't vibrating when I put it down on the side table, because I would have heard it. It makes a loud noise on the table because it's wood. So several minutes after you pause the game, the controller just started to vibrate. That is by far one of the weirdest bugs I've ever run into in the game. Doesn't really matter. In the end, I unplugged the controller, came back several days, leaving the game paused, and with no problem plugged it back in the controller, and it detected it fine, or the game did not react when it was unplugged at all, actually. And I'm continued playing it for this recording. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. If you want to support me, gift me something on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.